My friend, what are we drinking today?
I have got a whiskey because
A whiskey?
never too early to drink, and I've also got a tea.
You make me feel like a lightweight, just beer. every time
bring the whole bottle. Drink that down.
Every time I see you, always drinking whiskey. Brings back a lot of memories, eh? Memories.
Cheers.
Memories. Welcome to this little chat show. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this. I've actually been really looking forward to this particular episode. I was like, I think this is going to be such a laugh.
Thanks for having me, man.
But audiences at home, Jack is a very good friend of mine from NIFA. Met on the Set Ready course 2 years ago, and we've sort of bounced off each other since. Oh no.
Are you just remembering everything we did in Belushi's now? Because anyone who does know me from Set Ready, if you don't remember anything of me, you'll remember me singing Country Road.
It's what I said. Bounced off each other. Oh no.
Some good memories there, Jay.
Oh no, let's move on. We met on Set Ready 2 years ago. You know, it's been an absolute blast since. Now, I never actually know how to introduce you to people, whether to call you an actor, a filmmaker. I mean, for people at home, because every time I see you, you're always or every time you're on a different film set, you're always doing something different, a different role. So for people at home, what is it you actually do?
Primarily at the moment, I've been doing sound, so I'm mainly a boom operator. It's what I've done on several jobs. But I've also been an extra, and in this one, I'm being a voiceover, which is more of where I'd like to go. But no, I've done it. I think I've done quite a lot, but considering the fact that I haven't been in the film industry for that long. I've done everything from I've done running, I've done location marshals. That's fun. Then, like I said, sound operator, sound effects, After Effects, and then sort of little things I wasn't really expecting myself to be doing in such a short time period. But primarily, I'm just an all-around chaotic man to have around.
But I think that's quite impressive that you do like kind of a bit of everything. It builds up your CV.
Yeah, well, I mean, like there's literally no job too small for me to do in this. Like, and it could be anything from can you make this prop to can you make us a cup of tea? I can do both.
That's right. What role did you on Set Ready then? Were you an actor or filmmaker?
So I applied, I think, for director and cinematographer. I then got put on as a crew, just a plain crew member. But the nice thing about Set Ready is they don't have a designated sound operator at all. And then one of the workshops they did, they just went, right, we're going to be taking it downstairs and we're going to be doing sound. And because at this point, all I've really been doing is just helping out here and there. Like I think we helped a bit with designing the logo job bit. And then we started coming up with slightly other ideas for it. But then they said, we've got a workshop for the sound operator. And I volunteered myself because I went, well, I'm not really doing anything that much to help out with this film other than giving a few props here and there. So I did the workshop on that, and then through doing that, I just became like the sound guy for our Set Ready course, which then, because I was working with Max in my group, he then won the 1K challenge to do Jester, and he asked me to be the sound guy for that, so I kind of fell into sound.
Oh, so you'd met Max on Job It then? Yeah,
I met Max on Job It, and because we started talking because we all had, me, him and Luke all had flat cats, so we all just swapped them around. That's how we properly started talking. He came to start filming Jester, and he actually asked me to be the sound guy for it. And I went, yeah, no, I'd love to, because I'm not from a major league film background. So
that's really cool. So was there like a big difference, you think, between like kind of doing Job It and Jester?
For me, yes. For two reasons, because in Job It, all I had to do was just do the sound, and I was still really new to it. So any imperfections I could kind of get away with. Whereas in Jester, it was a lot more relaxed, because everyone was sort of getting on with everyone knew each other at this point. And I also had, Max had also put a small cameo in for me. So that was a bit
Yeah, I
of a
remember.
weird. That was a bit of a weird one because at one point I'm in front of the camera, not behind the camera like I've usually been. And he said action, so then immediately I've gone to go like this because I'm trying to listen out. But I'm trying to listen to my headphones, and I've immediately gone, oh, shit, no, he's looking at me, isn't he? Oh crap.
Everyone's looking at you.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool. I like that. So what, going back to like kind of set ready, how did you find like the whole kind of experience of it? Did you get a lot from it?
I got a lot from it for me, not only just for networking, so getting along, getting to know people like yourself.
How did we meet? I can't remember how we met.
I think we met in Belushi's.
We must have done because I was staying in the hostel.
Yeah, because I was. Yeah, I think. Cause I can't, what group were you in again? You were.
I was in the disaster group.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, you were right next to us. Because I remember.
Yeah, we were.
I remember several of you people several people from your group having a go at us for singing in the morning.
Yeah, we were trying to kill everyone. That's why. Because Belushi's was an incredible experience. I always say to people who do set ready, because it's obviously in Greenwich, definitely stay in the Christopher Inn Belushi's hostel.
Oh yeah.
And it's because you stayed in the accommodation, didn't you?
I stayed in the accommodations, which I I was lucky enough because I'm got like older brothers who've all stayed in uni accommodations, and so I myself I stayed there with them, and so I know exactly what that was going to be like. Whereas some people kind of got a bit of a shock. They think it's like it's very bare and minimal here, going like, yeah, it's for students.
Yeah, well, because I remember when everyone would gather, wouldn't they, in those kind of like the lounge area, and I thought, oh god, I've made the wrong decision here. I should have gone for the accommodation. Then I realised about 3 days later, everyone was coming to Belushi's for the karaoke and basically club night. And I was like, we made the best move ever.
Oh yeah, no, I think.
And it turns out we were about £200 less than you guys as well.
Yeah. So I then did the summer shorts, and I hadn't had enough time to book any places because I was going to book into Belushi because I knew exactly that it was going to be cheaper, it's going to be nicer, and that's where people were going to be. But I just didn't have enough time, and so I had to go back to the accommodations, which was a bit weird. So of course I was really looking forward to it. It's like, nice bed, be quite all right, and then it's like, right, I'm back at uni accommodations, this will be fine.
Yeah, and it was always sad when everyone left. So I mean, like, I always like asking this to everyone who does like set ready, especially ones who did it the same year as me. Why did you decide to do it?
I was just coming to the end of my school year, I think. No, I'd just been a year out of school because I stayed an extra year specifically to do media and film.
How old were you when you did set ready?
I was 20.
You're 20, yeah, you're a year younger than me, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm just remembering how long ago this all has been.
Yeah, 2 years, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to look into sort of go a bit more into film media at this point because I sort of fell in love with it. I've always wanted to do film stuff because I love finding out things and like taking it apart from behind the scenes to being on front of the camera. I have absolutely loved it. But I never knew where to go or where to find it. So actually, my sister-in-law, Amy, bless her, she found Set Ready. She found the NYFA and sort of tagged me in it. And so I was like, all right, I'll apply. This seems like a good opportunity for me. So I applied for it. Because I was thinking, worst comes to worst, I'll at least get some more experience, like just with interviews, and at least know where I'm looking. So that's
sounds like you did the same as me in terms of apply for it and just sort of, if nothing comes of it, nothing comes of it.
Yeah.
Same kind of attitude.
No, I was really glad I did do it because, like I said, I got to meet everyone and it actually got my foothold into the industry, or at least finding people to talk with and get along with.
Everyone always says the same thing. It's always about the networking.
Oh, God, yeah. And I'd say the NYFA is great for at least getting to start with networking, or at least know where to find out, or at least find like that one person who is really into film, has got a load of connections, get with them, and then you can find. Then you slowly get more connections, get more interviews, get more people, get more contacts, and then before you know it, you're actually working on film.
Yeah. So if someone came up to you and said, should I do Set Ready or should I get into this industry? Why should I do Set Ready? What would you say to them?
Actually, because I did the summer shorts, I did have the people in that year set ready actually ask me this question. And with that, it was, I would recommend doing set ready if you don't know where you're going. It's like, if you want to know, if you want to test this out, but don't expect it to be like this be all or end all. Okay, it's a great way to get to know people and get to be in the industry at least, or at least to figure out bits of the industry. But don't expect it to be like your ticket to fame or your ticket to going everywhere. Like, you have to work for it within it, because it is, that sounded harsh. It is a little bit limited with certain things it can do, whereas but it is a good opportunity. Like, it was great for me.
I always say to people, it's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
If you can imagine like kind of like a river of like kind of like different stones, and then on the other side of the river is you in the industry. I always think it's just one of those stones that you have to get on to cross the water.
Yeah, it's a good solid one to at least start with. Because like I said, it's
not a stone, it's a firm rock. Because I forgot actually that you were on summer shorts as well. So I mean, how was that? How was that experience?
That was
because I've never done the summer shorts myself.
That was a little different, just because with Set Ready, you have to make the film within. You have to literally come up with a concept, cast everyone, and then have it all sorted within those 10 days. Whereas this has already been all sorted beforehand. So literally, you just start there, say hello to everyone, and then you start
everyone already.
Yeah, you start planning, start filming, and everything. It was a lot more freeing in the sense of we just basically went there and just started filming, which was a lot of fun. And like I said, I actually worked with Lottie on that one. And again, I was on sound for that one because the producer of that one, she'd seen video of me working on Jester, which is why this, like I said, the NY phase is actually quite nice, because like little things like this start to connect, and lo and behold, you then start finding yourself on more jobs. It was a load of fun, and everyone on it was really nice. It was a little different, compared to doing it from like Set Ready, because like you've got bigger scope, you've got a bit more time, but you have got to make sure it's all ready. You've got to be a bit more on it for the summer shorts.
And I think what's very unique about you is, I don't know many people that have done this, but you have, as of time recording this, you have done a Set Ready film, you have done a 1K challenge film, you have done a summer shorts, and you've been an extra in an emerging Brit film. So my question for you is, A, how on earth did you manage that? And B, what's your favourite film you've worked on?
Ooh. I'll have to get back to the favourite one in a minute. So Set Ready, I just applied for, and I was allowed on, and then sort of just worked on that one a bit. Then on Jester, because I'd worked with Max on Set Ready, and he knew what I was like, that's how I got to do that one. The summer shorts, I got on because someone had seen a video. I think they'd seen Grace's vlog of Jester.
Yeah.
And they saw me in the background, and I knew them. So I knew Amanda, and she asked me if I wanted to do it. So I said yes to that. So those three I did sound on. Then the Kindred, I just happened to bump into Cheyenne and himself when I was doing the summer shorts, and he just said he was looking for extras while talking to someone else. And just after he'd finished, I just went, "Oh, well, how many extras do you need? Because I'm looking for more work." And then Solvi, can't fully remember how I got onto that. I remember I was talking with Joe, the director, because I then said to him, "I don't mind driving you there," because I've just passed my test. I just passed my test a day after we finished Set Ready.
You were Set Ready and you were road ready.
Yeah. But no, I got talking with Joe because again I knew Joe from the Set Ready job, and yeah, I got talking with him, so I was just going to be a runner on it. And then as we were driving down, because we were picking up a load of the equipment, and we had like loads of shields and torches in the back of my car. Yeah, while we're driving, I just happened to say to him, like, "Oh, because I'm trying to get a bit more into the acting side and or at least get some experience in front of the camera. Do you mind if you have an extra character to put in there, like just a background character? I wouldn't mind doing that." He went, "Yeah, sure, no, I'll do that if I can." And lo and behold, we found like we just needed an extra person here and there, so I just dressed up. I ended up losing a lot of my clothes on that, which sounds really bad out of context, but that's more of the fact of like I'm already in part costume, and then it's like, someone needs some trousers here, and these trousers don't fit. But we really need trousers like yours, Jack. And you just have the trousers.
Because I love the art design Conrad. He was literally given that role like kind of on set.
Yeah.
The whole art design, the costume thing. So he's sort of like making it up as he goes along. I thought that was brilliant. And you'd never tell. Watching that film, you would never tell.
I remember him sort of putting his hand forward to that, because we'd all sort of met at Sam's house to sort of out a few extra things and like just try on the costumes and everything. Yeah, we were just like, we kind of need sort of a designer, and Conrad just kind of just put his hand up and went, I'll do it.
Bless him. Volunteers for everything, which is awesome. So, speaking of Conrad, him and me are currently making this lockdown film, which is very, very exciting as time recording this, which you are also here to talk about because you are involved as a voice actor, which is really cool. So, I mean, why did you decide to get involved in this film of all films?
When I heard you guys talking about it, I thought it was quite a slightly unique premise in the sense of you're not going to be there to fully direct someone, like you're not physically there with the person directing them. So it's a very sort of unique way of actually filming a film, because you're so used to at least having, like, even if it's just a one-on-one, you'll have someone with the camera there and so on. Whereas this time you've got to really meticulously tell someone, it's like, right, now we want it at this angle, and you've got to put a bit of trust in them. I think it's quite a fun thing to do during our lockdown. I've actually managed to find a way to use that to some advantage in filming. So, like, you've reached out to all these people. Like I said, I threw my name in there and was quite happy with the role I got, just because I also quite like doing voices as well. So I thought, this would be a great opportunity, just to try and go down that avenue.
No, that's really cool. So, of course, within this film, we've got 4 screen actors and we've got 4 actors who are doing voices. Is there anything you can tell us about kind of your character in particular? Because technically you play kind of like a punk rock star.
Yeah.
Technically your role is actually poster boy.
Oh, God.
Which is interesting.
So Gary, which is just a great first name, and I cannot pronounce his last name, which is really bad. Can I try that again? Yeah, I play Gary Claxton, which we've just seen the photo of what he looks like, and it's actually what I imagined him looking like. I'm very happy about it.
It's an interesting look because Lottie designed the poster and designed Gary Claxton, the character. And I don't know if you know this, but it's John Bon Jovi and Chris Evans put together. Chris Evans, the actor. It's those two put together, and that makes the love child that is Gary Claxton. And then Jack Warner is the voice.
You got me as the voice. That's gonna be. Well, the thing is, I'm hoping people won't recognise it's actually my voice. Which is why I love voiceover work. Is you'll listen to someone talking and then you just don't realise who it is until like later on you'll find it like, oh crap, I actually know that person.
So of course Gary Claxton is a poster, but obviously that in itself sounds weird. So I mean, what's Gary's purpose within this film?
I would say Gary is like the manifestation of Sadie's fears that her friends don't like her, that she's going to be abandoned again, and he's sort of playing on that because the way I'm seeing it is he wants her to be just his, like doesn't want any, like he wants to live his life, but he wants her in his life, but he doesn't want anyone else taking her, like he wants her just for himself.
Yeah.
So he's gonna like degrade her in the sense of like he just wants to. He's gonna make her feel like like her friends don't want her, her family didn't want her. She doesn't have any purpose except to be with him, which I quite like because I'm usually. I hope you can attest to this. Is most people say I'm a kind of friendly enough fellow, so I'm quite glad I got this because he just sounds sort of vile in the sense of like the way he sort of. His treatment towards Sadie is like he doesn't give her anything positive except for like him essentially. he's like, oh, you don't need them, you know, you basically just have me. So forget about them, stay with me. Which what kind of drew me to the film as well, because it's about basically people being trapped in their room, which is what everyone kind of feels like at this moment. But you got to just try and sort of reach out with other people, and you'll find out you're not alone. Whereas like Gary's thinking like, no, we are very like, it's just you and I. Like there is no one else. They won't treat you like I will treat you. And oh no, it's just a bad guy.
So, final question for you. So why do you think people should get excited or even watch this film?
Just like I said, it's quite a unique premise and very different style of how it's being filmed, because as far as I know, there isn't many people who's ever filmed something like this. Of just, we're going to do it over a video call, and we're going to get you to do all the camera action, and also we're filming in so many different locations to make it all look like one. So it's a very cool premise, and I think we're going to, we got like reading through the script again. It's a nice, quick, compact story that manages to get the same message across. Right now, I'm just happy to be in it.
No, that's cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on today.
No, thank you for having me, mate.
Really interesting to talk to you, and it's been, as usual, it's always a good laugh. And looking forward for the film to come out in a couple of weeks' time.
Me too, man. Right, no, I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a pleasure, mate.
Yeah, take care.
You too, man. Take it easy.